and welcome to Shakespeare in the Park. It is very lovely to see all of your faces this afternoon. You are looking very spry and sporty. Yes, indeed. Now, some of you may recall 2 summers ago, Midsummer Night's Dream debuted right in this area, a knavish piece of work indeed, and then followed last year with the comedy of ARHS. But this year is just a bit different, as this show is not a particular production of one play of Shakespeare's pantheon, but it will consist of various scenes from 3 of Shakespeare's much appraised comedies, and all of them will deal with the theme of deception and disguise. That is, the cunning art of trickery at some poor knave's expense, either by giving out false or bemuddled information to an unsuspecting victim with the intent of either persuading or bemusing or infuriating or arousing or romancing or just for some good old bladder-tickling hilarity. On the other hand, we may find our characters masking their identity or their gender so as to accomplish their own sadistic ends. Well, perhaps it's not quite that vulgar, but in any case, you may be sure that mischief is abound. Now, our first scene is the induction from the Taming of the Shrew, and we are all of us very fortunate indeed to behold such a marvelous spectacle, because the induction is actually very frequently cut from productions of Taming of the Shrew, as it has no particular bearing to the plot of the play. But for this afternoon, it is quite imperative, and I bid you stand and be true. The induction tells of a keen lord who, discovering a drunkard near his gates, decides to play a prettier sort of jest upon the man by swapping his shoddy clothes for noble raiment and pretending to be his servant. And so, without much further ado about nothing, as a very wise man once said, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his act being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, and then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' brow.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn so bright.
And then a soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard.
From hereforth may my deeds be bloody, or be nothing worth.
Jealous in honor, sudden, quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, with fair round belly and good capon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws in modern instances, neither a lender nor a borrower be. And so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big manly voice, turning again toward childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
I'll feed you in faith!
Oh, a pair of stalks, you rogue!
With your baggage! We slides are no rogues! Look in the Chronicle! We came across with Richard the Conqueror! Therefore, Puckus palavers, let the world slides us off!
You will not pay for the glasses you have burst?
No! Not as in near. Go by... Go by Geronimi! Go to thy cold bed and warm thee.
Oh, I know my remedy. I'll go fetch the third burrow.
Third or fourth or fifth burrow. I'll answer him by law. I'll let him not budge an inch, boy. I'll let him come and kindly.
My helms are bred of the Spartan kind. I have a fine heart for the bush. We will a birding tomorrow. I do declare. Ah! What's here? One dead? One drunk? See, doth he breathe?
He breathes, my lord. Were he not warmed with ale, this were a bed but cold to sleep so soundly.
Oh, monstrous beast! How like a swine he lies! Oh, grim death! How foul and loathsome is thine image! Sirs, I will practice on this drunken man. What think you if he were conveyed to bed, wrapped in sweet clothes, rings put upon his fingers, a most delicious banquet by his bed, and brave attendants near him when he wakes? Would not the beggar then forget himself?
Believe me, Lord, I think he could not choose.
It would seem strange unto him when he waked.
Then take him up, and manage well the jest. Carry him to my fairest chamber, and hang it round with all my wanton pictures. Balm his foul head in warm distilled waters, and burn sweet wood to make the lodging sweet. Procure me music ready when he wakes, to make a dulcet and a heavenly sound, and if he chance to speak, be ready straight, and with a low submissive reverence say, what is it that your honor will command?
What is it that your honor will command?
Persuade him that he hath been lunatic, and when he says he is, say that he dreams, for he is nothing but a mighty lord. This do, and do it kindly, gentle sirs. It will be pastime passing excellent, if it be husbanded with modesty.
My lord, I warn you, we will play our part.
Dum-da-da-dum.
Oh, what trumpet 'tis it sounds? Be like some noble gentleman that means traveling some journey to repose him here? How now, who is it?
Oh, and it please your honor, players that offer service to your lordship.
Well, now, fellow, you are welcome.
We thank your honor.
Do you mean to stay with me tonight?
So please your honor to accept our duty.
With all my heart. You are come to me in happy time, the rather that I have some sport in hand wherein your cunning can assist me much. There is a lord will hear you play tonight, but I am doubtful of your modesty, yet, lest over-eyeing of his odd behavior, for yet his honor never heard of play, you break into some merry passion and so offend him. For I tell you, sirs, if you should smile, he grows impatient.
Fear not, my lord. We can contain ourselves were he the veriest antic in the world.
Sirrah, go you to Bartholomew, my page, and see him dressed in all suits like a lady. That done, conduct him to the drunkard's chamber, and call him madam. Do him obeisance. Tell him from me, as he will win my love, he bear himself with honorable action, such as he hath observed in noble ladies unto their lords, by them accomplished. Such duty to the drunkard let him do, with soft low tongue and lowly courtesy, and say, what is it your honor will command, wherein your lady and your humble wife may show her duty and make known her love? And then, with kind embracements, tempting kisses, and with declining head unto her bosom, bid him shed tears as being overjoyed to see her noble lord restored to health. See this dispatched with all the haste thou canst. Anon I'll give thee more instructions. I know the boy will well usurp the grace, voice, gait, and action of a gentlewoman. I long to hear him call the drunkard husband, and how my men will stay themselves with laughter when they do homage to the simple peasant.
For God's sake, a pot of small ale.
Wilt please your lordship to drink a cup of sack?
Wilt please your honor taste of these conserves?
What raiment will your honor wear today?
I am Christopher Sly. Call me not honor nor lordship. I never drank sack in my life. And if you give me any conserves, give me conserves of beef. It's what's for dinner. Ask not what raiments I wear, for I have no more raiments than backs. Ooh, no more stockings than legs. Ooh, no more shoes than feet. Nay, sometimes more feet than shoes, or such shoes as my toes look through the overleather. See?
Heaven cease this idle humor in your honor. Oh, that a mighty man of such descent of such possessions and so high esteem, should be infused with so foul a spirit?
What? Would you make me mad? Am I not Christopher O'Sly, old sly son of Burton Heath? By birth a peddler, by education a card maker, by transmutation a bear herd, and by present profession a tinker? Ask Marion Hackett, that alewife of Wincott, if she say I'm not 14 pence on the score for sheer ale, score me up the lyingest knave in Christendom. What? I'm not bestraught, here's.
Oh, this is it that makes your lady move.
This is it that makes your servants droop.
Hence comes it that your kindred shuns your house, as beaten hence by your strange lunacy. O noble lord, bethink thee of thy birth. Call home thy ancient thoughts from banishment, and banish hence these abject lowly dreams. Look, how thy servants do attend on thee, each in his office ready at the beck. Wilt thou have music? Hark, Apollo plays, and 20 caged nightingales do sing. Or wilt thou sleep? We'll have thee to a couch, softer and sweeter than that lustful bed on purpose trimmed up for Semiramis.
Docile of pictures, we will fetch thee straight Adonis painted by the running brook, and Cytherea all in sedges hid, which seemed to move and wanton with her breath, even as the waving sedges play with wind.
Or Daphne, roaming through a thorny wood, scratching her legs so that one shall swear she bleeds. And at that sight shall sad Apollo weep, so workmanly are the blood and tears drawn.
Thou art a lord, and nothing but a lord. Thou hast a lady far more beautiful than any woman in this passing age.
And till the tears that she has shed for thee like envious floods o'errun her face, she was the fairest creature in the world, and yet is inferior to none.
Am I a lord? And have I such a lady? Or do I dream? Or have I dreamed until now? I do not sleep. I see. I hear. I speak. I smell sweet savors and I feel soft things. By my life, I am Lord indeed. Not Christopher O'Sly, nor Tinker. Bring Our Lady hence to our sight. And once again, a pot of the smallest ale.
Oh, wilt please your mightiness to wash your feet. Oh, how we joy to see your wit restored, and that once more you know but what you are. These 15 years you have been in but a dream, and when you waked, so waked as if you had slept.
15 years? By my fay, a goodly nap. Did I not say anything all this time?
Oh, yes, my lord, but only very idle words. For though you lay here in this goodly chamber, yet would you say you were beaten out of door and railed upon the hostess of the house, and would call out for one Cicely Hackett.
Aye, the woman's maid of the house.
Why, sir, you know no such maid, nor no such house, nor no such men as you have reckoned up.
Now, Lord be thanked for my good amends. Salud.
Amen.
I thank you. Thou shalt not lose by it. But alas, where is my wife?
Here, my noble lord, what is thy will with her?
Are you my wife? And will not call me husband? My men should call me lord. I am your good man.
My husband and my lord and my husband, I am your wife in all obedience.
I know it well. Psst. What should I call her?
Madam.
Madam, Alice madam, Joan madam.
Madam and nothing else. So lords call ladies.
Madam wife, they say I have dreamed and slept above some 15 year or more.
Why, the time seems 30 unto me, being all this time abandoned from your bed.
'Tis much. Servants, leave me and her alone. Madam wife, undress you and come now to bed.
Thrice, my noble lord, let me entreat of you to pardon me for a night or two, or, if not so, until the sun be set. For your physicians have expressly charged, in peril to recur your former malady, that I should yet be absent from your bed. I hope this reason stands for my excuse.
Aye, it stands so, that I may tarry for so long, but I would be loath to fall into my dreams again. I will therefore tarry in spite of the flesh and the blood.
Your honors players, hearing your amendment, have come to put on a pleasant comedy. They thought it good you hear a play, and frame your mind to mirth and merriment, which bars 1,000 harms and lengthens life.
Marry, I will. Let them play it. Is it not a comedy, a Christmas gambol, or a tumbling trick?
No, it is more pleasing stuff.
What household stuff?
It's a kind of history.
Well, we'll see it. Come, madam wife, and stay by my side, and let the world slide. Spin me! We shall ne'er be younger! Whee!
Now, that was the induction from the Taming of the Shrew. And our next scene is from the Merry Wives of Windsor. Now, it is said that back in Shakespeare's day, Queen Elizabeth was so enamored with the character of John Falstaff, who had appeared quite successfully in King Henry IV, that she was eager to see Falstaff in love. In the Merry Wives of Windsor, Falstaff plays the role of the salacious Don Juan. He is an exceedingly overweight and promiscuous knave, and decides to woo 2 married women at the same time and make cuckolds of their husbands by sending the women both identical letters professing his adamant love and affection. Little does Falstaff know that these 2 women, Mistress Ford and Mistress Page, are not in any respect tempted by Falstaff's garrulous humor. In fact, they find the whole idea to be quite silly indeed. Now, Mistress Ford's husband, Mr. Ford, is furiously jealous of his wife and mistrusts her fidelity. His good friend, Mr. Page, soothes Mr. Ford to soothe his jealousies and to trust his wife. But alas, curiosity killed the cat. And so, Mr. Ford disguises himself as a man named Mr. Brooke and hires Falstaff to woo his wife for him at 11 o'clock at Mr. Ford's own house. That is, of course, if Mr. Brooke gets his fair share of the plunder.
I'll prove that knave to be an ass.
Oh, but little does Mr. Ford know that the Merry Wives of Windsor have devised their own plan of action to entertain Falstaff's wanton fantasies, and so prove him an ass.
What, John? What, Robert? Quickly, is the buckfast? I warrant. Oh, what, Robin, I say? Oh, come. Oh, here, sit it down. Give your men the charge. We must be brief. Oh, Mary, as I told you before, John, be ready here hard by in the brew house. And when I suddenly call you, come forth. And without any pause or staggering, take this basket on your shoulders. That done, trudge with it in all haste, and carry it among the woodsters and dashabees. And there empty it in the muddy ditch close by the Thames side. You will do it? I told them over and over, they lack no direction. Be gone and come when you are called. How now, my eyes, master? What news with you?
My master, Sir John, comes in at your back door, Mistress Ford, and requests your company.
You little Jacqueline, have you been true to us?
I'll be sworn. My master knows not of your being here. He hath threatened to put me into an everlasting liberty if I tell you of it. For he swears he'll turn me away.
Thou art a good boy. I'll go hide me.
Do so. Go tell the master I am alone. Oh, Mistress Page, remember you your cue.
I warrant thee, if I do not act it, kiss me.
Oh, go to then. We'll use this unwholesome humidity, this gross, watery pumpkin. We'll teach him to know turtles from jays.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why, now let me die, for I have lived long enough. This is the period of my ambition. Oh, this blessed hour.
Oh, sweet Sir John!
Mistress Ford, I cannot cog, I cannot prate, Mistress Ford. Now shall I sin in my wish. I would thy husband were dead. I'm speaking for the best lord. I shall make thee my lady.
Oh, I, your lady, Sir John. Alas, I should make a pitiful lady.
Let the court of France show me such another. I see how thine eyes would emulate diamonds. Thou hast the high-arched beauty of the brow that becomes the ship Tyre, the Tyre Valiant, or any Tyre of Venetian admittance.
Oh, a plain kerchief, Sir John. My brows become nothing else, nor that one neither.
Thou art a traitor to say so. Thou wouldst make an absolute courtier, and the firm fixture of thy foot would give an excellent motion to thy gait in a semicircled farthingale. Come, thou canst not hide it.
Believe me, there is no such thing in me.
What made me love thee? Let that persuade thee there's something extraordinary in thee. I cannot cog, I cannot say thou art this and that, like some of these lipsing hawthorn buds that come like women in men's apparel and smell like Bucklesbury in simple time. I cannot, but I love thee. None but thee, and thou deservest
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Thou mightest as well say that I love to walk by the counter gate, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Oh, well, heaven knows how I love you, and you shall one day find it.
Keep in that mind, and I'll deserve it.
Nay, I must tell you, so you do. Or else it could not be in that mind.
Mr. Ford, here's Mr. Page at the back door. She's sweating and blowing and looking wildly. She needs to speak with you presently.
She shall not see me. I will ensconce me behind the ARHS.
Oh, pray you do so. She's a very tattling woman. Oh, what's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You are shamed. You're undone. You are overthrown. You're undone forever, Mistress Ford.
What's the matter, good Mistress Page?
Oh, well a day, Mistress Ford, having such an honest man to your husband, to give him such cause for suspicion.
Oh, why, alas, what's the matter?
Why, your husband's coming hither, woman, with all of the officers in Windsor, to search for a gentleman he says is here now in the house, by your consent, to take ill advantage of his offense. You're undone?
Oh, 'tis not so, I hope.
Pray heaven it be not so, that you have such a man here. Oh, I come before to tell you. Why, if you know yourself clear in this matter, I am glad of it. But if you do have such a friend here, convey him out. Call all your senses to you. Be not amazed. Oh, defend your reputation, or else say goodbye to your good life forever.
Oh, what shall I do? There is a gentleman, my dear friend. I fear not for mine own shame so much as his peril.
Oh.
I'd rather that £1,000 you were out of the house.
Oh, for shame! Oh, never stand. You had rather, and you had rather. Oh, bethink you of some conveyance. Your husband is here at hand. He cannot hide in the house. Oh, what a woman you are!
How you've deceived me.
Look, here's a basket. Why, if he be of any reasonable stature, he may creep in there and throw foul linen upon it, as if it were to go bucking.
Oh, he's too big to go in there. What shall I do?
Let me see it. Let me see it. Oh, let me see it. For your friend's counsel, I'll in.
Why, Sir John Falstaff, are these your letters, knight?
No, I love thee. None but thee. Help me in here. I'll never.
Mistress Ford, call your men. Oh, you dissembling knight!
Oh, go take up these clothes here quickly. Carry them to laundress and dash your meat quickly. Come.
I pray you, come near. If I suspect without cause, why then make sport of me, then let me be your jest. How now? Whither bear you this?
To the laundress, forsooth.
Why? What have you to do whether they bear it? You had best meddle with buck washing.
Oh, buck! I would I could wash myself of the buck. A quack, quack, quack! Aye, a quack! I warrant you, quack! And of the season to it shall appear. Gentlemen, I have dreamed tonight. I shall tell you my dream. Here, take my keys, ascend my chambers. Search, seek, find out. I warrant will unkennel the fox.
Good Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
'Tis true, Master Page. Up, gentlemen, and you shall see sport anon. Follow me, gentlemen.
Allows a knave to have his jabs and mockeries.
Hey, let's follow him, gentlemen. See the issue of his search.
Double excellency in this?
I don't know which pleases me better, that my husband is deceived or Sir John.
Well, what a taking he was there when he asked who was in the basket.
I am afraid he will be in need of washing, so throwing him into the water will do him a benefit.
Oh, hang him, dishonest knight. I would all of the same strain were in the same distress.
I think my husband hath had some special suspicion of Falstaff's being here, for I have never seen him so gross in his jealousy till now.
I cannot find him. Maybe the knave bragged of that he could not compass.
Heard you that?
Oh, you use me well, Master Ford, do you?
I do so.
Oh, heaven make you better than your thoughts!
Amen.
You do yourself mighty wrong, Master Ford.
I must bear it.
If there be anybody in the houses, or in the chambers, or in the presses, or in the coffers, heaven forgive my sins at the day of judgment. By God, there is nobody.
Fie, Master Ford. Are you not ashamed? What spirit, what devil has suggested this imagination? I will not have your distemper in this kind for the wealth of Windsor Castle.
'Tis my fault, Master Page. I suffer for it.
You suffer for a bad conscience. Why, your wife is as honest a woman as I would desire among 5,000 women, and 500 too. By God, 'tis an honest woman, ma'am.
Well, I promised you a dinner. Come, walk in the park. I will hereafter make known to you why I have done this. I pray, pardon me. Come, wife. Come, Mistress Page. I pray you, pardon me. I pray heartily, pardon me.
Well, let's go in. But trust me, gentlemen, we'll mock him. I do invite you tomorrow morning to my house to breakfast. After we'll a birding together. I have a fine hawk for the bush. Shall it be so?
Anything.
Allows a knave to have his jobs and mockeries.
I live to be carried in a basket, like a barrel of butcher's offal to be thrown in the river. By the Lord, a buck basket, wrapped me in with foul shirts, smock stockings, and greasy napkins. That there was the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostril. And then the rogues slided me into the river with as little remorse as they would have drowned a blind bitch's puppies, 15 in the litter. And you may know by my sighs that I have a kind of alacrity in sinking. Oh, Mistress Ford, I've had Ford enough. I've been thrown into the Ford. I have my belly full of Ford. Frailty thy name is, woman. But alas, I hear news from the page boy that she laments for it, and it would yearn my heart to see it. She desires me to come to her between 8 and 9. Oh, I will be thrown into the green river as I have been into the white, lest I shall leave her thus. She will make amends, I warrant you, and I shall love her once more, and we shall again make a cuckold of Mr. Ford. Oh, misery acquaints men with strange bedfellows. Our next scene is from the show Much Ado About Nothing, the play where there's much ado about nothing. The proud Benedict is a man of many, many words, and is convinced that he shall never marry any woman, no matter how virtuous. The equally proud Beatrice finds love to be a silly notion indeed, and openly scorns Benedict with hearty words and pompous wit.
Are you still talking, Signor Benedict? No one marks you.
Why, my lady Disdain, are you yet living? I would my horse had the speed of your tongue.
Don Pedro, the Prince of Aragon, a good friend of Signor Benedict, with the help of his noble companions, the young Claudio, the faithful Leonato, and the gentle hero, devise a plan together to ensnare both Benedict and Beatrice in a mountain of affection, one with the other.
By my troth, Beatrice is a pleasant-spirited lady.
There is little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is never sad but when she sleeps, and never sad then. For I have heard my daughter say she hath often dreamt of unhappiness, and waked herself with laughter.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She hath marked all wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, Lord. My lord, if they were married but a week, they would talk themselves mad.
Come, you shake your head at so long a breathing. But I warrant thee, Claudio, that time will not go dully by us. I shall in the interim undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have in a match, and I doubt not but to fashion it, if you three will but minister such assistance as I shall give you direction.
I am with you, my lord, though it cost me 10 nights' watching.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to treat my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopefullest husband that I know. I shall teach you how to humor your cousin, so that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with your two helps, shall so practice on Benedict that in despite of his quick wit and queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods.
Huzzah!
Go in, and I will tell you my drift.
I do much wonder how one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known a time when he would have walked 10 miles afoot to see a good armor, and now he'll lie 10 night awake carving his fashion to a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier. And now, his thoughts are turned to orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet, just so many strange dishes. Will I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take mine oath on it. Till love hath made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is virtuous, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not enter my grace. Ah, look you now, the prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me in the arbor.
Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today? That your niece, Beatrice, is in love with Signor Benedict?
Huh?
Oh, I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should dote upon Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all outward behavior seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
Perhaps she doth but counterfeit.
Oh, God, counterfeit. There was never counterfeit of passion that came so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why, what effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well. This fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you so.
Oh, she did indeed.
How? How? I pray you. You imagine! I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
Hath she made her affections known to Benedict?
No, and swears she never will. That is her torment.
Oh, 'tis true indeed. So your daughter says, shall I, says she, that I've so often countered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This is she now. She is beginning to write to him, for she'll be up 20 times a night. And there will she sit in her smock until she has writ a sheet of paper. It is very true.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had writ the paper and was reading it over, she found Benedict and Beatrice between the sheets.
Yeah, that's
Oh, well, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should both be so immodest to write to one she knew would flout her. I measure him, says she, by my own spirit, that I should flout him if he writ me. Though I love him, I should.
Oh, and then, down upon her knees, she falls, weeps, sobs, and tears her hair, beats her heart, and praises curses. Oh, sweet Benedict. Oh, God, give me patience.
She doth indeed. The ecstasy hath much overborne her, that she is sometimes afeard she will do a desperate outrage to herself.
Oh, it were good Benedict knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
Oh, and he should, it were an alms to hang him. She's an excellent sweet lady, and out of all suspicion she is virtuous.
And she is exceedingly wise.
In everything but in loving Benedict.
Oh, my lord. Wisdom and blood combating in so tender a body. We have 10 proofs to 1 that blood hath the victor. I am sorry for her, as I have just cause, being her uncle and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed this dotage upon me. I would have daffed all other respects and made her half myself. But I pray you, go to Benedict, and tell him of her love. Hear what he will say.
Were it good, think you?
Hero thinks surely. Oh, for she says that she will die if she love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her rather than bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible that he'd scorn it. For the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit.
Hey!
He's a very proper man.
He hath indeed a good outward happiness.
Before God, and in my mind, very wise.
He doth indeed show some sparks that are like wit.
Ha!
Oh,
Well, I take him to be valiant.
as Hector. But I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him of her love?
No, never tell him, my lord. Just let her wear it out with good counsel.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
And what is it tonight?
Duck.
Right. If you do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let the same net be spread for her, and that will your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. Let us send Beatrice to call him in to dinner.
We are the love gods!
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born, and they have the truth of this from Hero. Why, they seem to pity the lady. It seems their affections have their full bent. Love me! Why, it must be requited. They say I would bear myself proudly if I had any idea the love came from her. They say, too, that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. I must not seem proud, yes. Happy are they that hear their detractions and can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair, well, oh, 'tis so, I can bear any man witness. And they say, too, that she is virtuous. Well, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it. And they say that she is wise in everything but in loving me. Why, it is no addition to her wit, no great argument of her folly, for I shall be horribly in love with her. Oh! I may chance have some odd quarks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage, but hey, does not the appetite alter? When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I would live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day, she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank thee for thy pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure, then, in the message.
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a dog withal.
You.
You have no stomach, senor? Fare you well.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you come into dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains to bid you come in than you took pains to thank me. Well, that's as much to say. Any pains I take for you is as much as thanks. Oh, if I do not pity her, I am a villain. If I do not love her, I am a Jew. I will go get her picture. Oh!
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him ever more than man did merit. Of this matters little Cupid's crafty arrow may that only wounds by hearsay. Oh, now begin, for look where Beatrice like a lapwing runs close to the ground to hear our conference. No, Ursula, truly she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
Oh, but are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new troth lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedick, to wish him wrestle with affection and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Oh, well, why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full, as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice.
Oh, sure, I think so. And then certainly it were not good she knew of his love, lest she make sport at it.
Oh, why you speak truth? I never yet saw a man how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured. But she would spell him backward. If fair face, she should swear the gentleman should be her sister.
Oh, sure, such carping is not commendable.
Oh, but who should tell her so? If I should speak, she would laugh me out of myself, press me to death with wit.
Yet tell her of it, hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedick and counsel him to fight against his passion. Truly then I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with.
Madam, forgive me for speaking my fancy, but Signor Benedick, for shape, for bearing, for argument and valor goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it, ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and have thy counsel which is best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's limed, I warrant you. We've caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some cupids kill with arrows, some with traps.
Oh, what? Fire is in mine ears? Could this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Content, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedick, love on! I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. My kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting thee.
Oh, all you need is love. All you need is love. Oh. Thank you. And now, let us once more return to the land of Windsor, where our salacious Don Juan, John Falstaff, will try his hand once again to woo Mistress Ford with his garrulous humors.
Mistress Ford, your sorrows hath eaten up my sufferance. I see you are obsequious in your love. Not only, Mistress Ford, in the simple office of love, but also in all the accoutrement, compliment, and ceremony of it. But are you sure of your husband now?
He's a burning sweet, Sir John. What ho, gossip Ford, what ho? Oh, step into the chamber, Sir John. Now, sweetheart, who's at home besides yourself? Oh, why, none but mine own people. Oh, indeed. No, certainly. Speak louder. Oh, truly, I am glad there's nobody here. Why? Why, your husband is in his old loons again. He so takes on yonder with my husband, so rails against all married mankind, so curses all of Eve's daughters. Oh, but I am glad the fat knight is not here. Why, does he talk of him? Of none but him. Swears he was carried out last time he searched for him in a basket. Protests to my husband that he is here now, and hath drawn him and the rest of their company from their sport to make another experiment of his suspicion. But I am glad the knight is not here, for now he shall see his own foolery. How near is he, Mistress Page? Well, hard by. At street's end he will be here anon. Oh, I am undone. The knight is here. Oh, then you are utterly shamed, and he is but a dead man. Oh, away with him. Away with him. Better shame than murder. Where should he go? How should I bestow him? Shall I put him into the basket again?
No! I'll come no more in the basket. She may not go out ere he go.
Oh, alas, three of Master Ford's brothers watched the door with pistols, so that none shall issue out. Otherwise you might slip away ere he came. But what make you here?
What should I do? I'll creep up the chimney.
Oh, there was used to discharge their burning pieces. Driven to the kiln hole.
Where is it?
Oh, he will seek there on my word. Neither press, coffer, chest, trunk, well, or vault. He had an abstract with remembrance of such places and ghosts, and then by his note, there is no hiding you in the house.
I'll go out then.
Oh, if you go out in your own semblance, you die, Sir John. Unless you were to go out disguised. Ooh, how might we disguise him? Oh, alas, the day I know not. There's no woman's gown big enough for him. Otherwise he might don a hat and a kerchief and a muffler and so escape.
My good hearts, devise something, an extremity rather than a mischief.
My maid's aunt, the fat woman of Brentford, has a gown above. On my word, it shall serve him. Why, she's as big as he is. Oh, and there's her thrumped hat and her muffler. Oh, go up, Sir John, go up. Go, sweet Sir John. Mistress Page and I will look some linen for your head. Quickly, Sir John. Put on the gown the while. I would my husband would meet him in this shape. He cannot abide the old woman Brentford. He swears she's a witch, hath forbade her my house, and hath threatened to beat her. Then heaven guide him to thy husband's cudgel, and the devil guide his cudgel thereafter. But is my husband coming? Ah, in true sadness is he. And speaks of the basket, too, howsoever he hath had intelligence. Well, we'll try that, for I'll appoint my men to carry the basket again, and meet him at the door with it, as they did the last time. But nay, he'll be here presently. Let's go dress him like the witch of Brentford. I'll first direct my men what to do with the basket. Go over, I'll bring linen for him straight. Both take this basket on your shoulders again. Your master is hard at the door. He bids you set it down. Obey him. Quickly, dispatch.
Come. Take it up again.
Hope it not be full of fat night again.
I hope not. I had his lift, there's so much lead.
Aye, but if it prove true, Master Page, have you any way then to fool me again? Set down the basket, villain! Somebody call my wife! Youth in a basket, youth in a basket! Oh, you pandily rascals! There's a knot, a king, a pack, a conspiracy against me. Now shall the devil be shamed! What wife, I say? Come forth! Behold what honest clouds you send forth to the bleaching!
Why, this passes, Master Ford. You are not to go loose any longer. You must be pinioned.
This is lunatics. This is as mad as a mad dog.
So say I too, sir. Oh, come hither, Mistress Ford. Mistress Ford, the honest woman, the modest wife, the virtuous creature that hath the jealous fool of her husband. I suspect without cause, mistress. Do I?
Oh, heaven be my witness, you do, if you suspect me in any dishonesty.
Well said, brazen face! Hold it out! Come forth! Sit up!
Why, this passes!
Are you not ashamed? Let the
I'll find you anon!
It is unreasonable.
reasonable. Will you take up your
After
wife's
the
clothes?
basket,
Go
I
away!
say, man! Why?
Master Page, as I am a man, there was one conveyed out of my house yesterday in this basket. Why may he not be there again? In my house, I'm sure he is. My intelligence is true. My jealousy's reasonable. Pluck me out all the linen!
If you find a man in there, he shall die a priest's death.
Here is no man.
Master Ford, you must pray and not follow the imaginations of your heart. This is jealousies.
Well, he's not here I seek for.
No, nor nowhere else but in your brain.
Oh, help me search the house this one time. Oh, if I find not what I seek, show no color for my extremity. Let me forever be your table sport. Oh, satisfy me once more. Once more, search with me.
Oh, Mistress Page, come you and the old woman down. My husband will come into the chamber.
Old woman? What old woman's that?
Oh, nay, it's my maid's aunt of Brentford.
Oh, a witch, a queen, an old cousin queen. Have I not forbid her my house? She comes of errands, does she? Come down, you witch, you hag. Come down, I say.
Hey, good sweet husband. Good gentleman, let him not strike the old woman. Come, Mother Pratt, come, give me your hand.
Ah, Pratt, you. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. You hag! Oh, out, you baggage, you! You minimus of hindering knockrat's maid! Oh, I'll conjure you! I'll fortune tell you!
Are you not ashamed? I think you have killed the poor woman.
Hang her! Witch!
Father, yea and no, I think the woman is a witch. I like not when a woman has a great beard and I spy a great beard beneath her muffler. Ooh.
Will you follow, gentlemen? I beseech you, follow. See but the issue of my jealousy. If I cry out this upon no trail, never trust me when I open again. Come on.
Let's follow this humor a little further. Come, gentlemen.
Oh, trust me, he beat him most pitifully.
Nay, by the mass that he did not. He beat him most unpitifully, methought. Oh, shall we tell our husbands how we have served him?
Oh, yes, I think so. If it be but to scrape the figures from your husband's brains.
I'll warrant they'll have him publicly shamed. Methinks there should be no period to the jest should he not be publicly shamed.
Oh, come, to the forge with it then. I would not have things cool.
'Tis one of the greatest offenses of a woman as ever I did look upon.
And did he send you both these letters at an instant?
Within a quarter of an hour.
Pardon me, wife. Henceforth do what thou wilt. I rather will suspect the sun with cold than thee with wantonness. Now doth I understand in him that was late an heretic, as firm as fate.
'Tis well, no more. Be not as extreme in submission as in offense. But let our plot go forward. Let once again our wives, to make us public sport, arrange a meeting with this old fat fellow, where we may take him and disgrace him for it.
Well, there is no better way than what they spoke of.
How? To send him word they'll meet him at midnight in the park? Fie, he'll never come.
You say he has been thrown in rivers and grievously beaten as an old woman. Methinks he should have terrors in him, and he should not come. Methinks his flesh has been bruised, and he shall have no desire.
So think I, too.
Oh, devise but how you'll use him when he comes, and let us two devise how to bring him thither.
There is an old tale goes that Herne the Hunter, sometime a keeper here in Windsor Forest, doth all the summertime at still midnight walk round about a great oak, and there he blasts the tree, and takes the cattle, and makes the milch kine yield blood, and shakes a chain in a manner most hideous and dreadful. Well, you have all heard of such a spirit, and well you know of the superstitious and idle-headed eld that received and did deliver to our age this tale of Herne the Hunter for a truth.
Why, yet there want not many that do fear in deep of night to go by this Herne's oak. But what of this?
Mary, this is our advice, that Falstaff at that oak shall meet with us.
Well, let it not be doubted but he'll come. And in this shape, when you have brought him thither, what shall be done with him? What is your plot?
That likewise have we thought upon, and thus we shall dress like urchins, oafs, and fairies, green and white, with rounds of waxen tapers upon their heads and rattles in their hands. Upon a sudden, as Falstaff, she, and I are newly met, let them from forth a saw pit rush at once with some diffused song. Upon their sight, we two in great amazedness shall fly, and then let them encircle him about, and, fairy-like, to pinch the unclean knight, and ask him why, in that hour of fairy revel, in their so sacred paths, he dares to tread in shape profane.
And, till he tell the truth, let the supposed fairies pinch him sound and burn him with their tapers.
The truth being known, we will present ourselves, dishorn the great spirit, and mock him home to Windsor.
Well, the children must be well practiced in this, or they'll ne'er do it.
I shall teach the children their behaviors, and I will be a jackanapes also to burn them out with my taper.
This is excellent! I'll go and buy them wizards.
And I shall be the queen of all fairies, finely attired in a robe of shimmering silver.
That silk will I go buy.
I'll go to Falstaff again in the name of Brooke. Sure, he'll come.
Well, let's go about it. This is honest pleasures and very fantastical knaveries. Yeehaw! Woo-hoo!
Go
Yeah.
to Sir John to know his mind.
The Windsor bell hath struck 12. The minute draws on. Now the hot-blooded gods assist me. Remember, Jove, thou wast a bull for thy Europa. Love set on thy horns. Oh, powerful love, that in some respects makes a beast a man. In some others, a man a beast. For me, I am here a Windsor stag, and the fattest, I think, in the forest. How now? Who comes here?
Sir
My
John,
doe?
art thou there, my dear? My male dear?
My doe with the black scut. Let the sky rain potatoes. Let thunder the tune of green sleeves. I will shelter me here.
Oh, Mistress Pages, come with me, sweetheart.
Oh, divide me like a bride buck. Eat your haunch. My sides I will keep to myself, and my shoulders to the fellow of this walk. And my horns I bequeath your husbands.
Alas, what noise?
Heaven forgive our sins.
Oh, what should this be?
Away! Away!
I think the devil will not have me damned, lest the oil that's in me should set hell on fire. He would never else cross me thus.
Listen, silence, you airy toy. Cricket, the Windsor chimney shalt thou leap, where fires thou find'st unraked, and herds unswept. There pinch the maids as blue as bilberry. Our radiant queen hates sluts and sluttery.
They are fairies! He that speaks to them shall die! A wicked couch! No man their works must I!
Elves, black, grey, green, and white, you moonshine revelers and shades of night, you orphaned heirs of fixed destiny, attend your office and your quality. Crier Hobgoblin, make the fairy oys!
Go you and find a maid that as she sleeps has thrice her prayer said. Lift up the organs of her fantasy. Sleep she is sound as careless infancy. And those who sleep and think not on their sins, pinch them, arms, knees, shoulders, thighs, and shin.
About! Search Windsor Castle, elves within and out! Strew good luck oaths upon every sacred room, that it may stand till the impending doom!
Heavens defend me from that Welsh fairy, lest she transform me into a piece of cheese!
Come, will this wood take fire?
Corrupt and tainted in desire! About him fairies sing a scornful cry!
I am sinful fantasy, I am lust and luxury. Lust is but a bloody smite, filled with unchaste desire. Legend hearted flames aspire, suck to go the higher. Pinch him, fairies, mutually, pinch him for his villainy. Pinch him, burn him, trim him out till candle starlight moon be out. Pinch him, fairies, mutually, pinch him for his villainy. Pinch him, burn him, turn him back, still candle starlight moon be all.
Hold up the jest no higher. Now, good Sir John, how like you Windsor wives? See you these, husband? Do these very oaks not become the forest better than the town?
Who's the cuckold now? Master Brooke, Falstaff's a knave, a cuckoldy knave. Here are his horns, Master Brooke, and Master Brooke. He hath enjoyed nothing affords but his buck basket, 20 pounds of money, and cudgel. That 20 pounds must be paid to Master Brooke. His horses are arrested for it, Master Brooke.
Oh, Sir John, we have had ill luck. We could never meet. I will never take you for my love again, but I will always count you my dear.
I do begin to perceive that I made an ass.
Oh.
Aye, and an ox too. Both the proofs are excellent.
And are these not fairies? It was 3 or 4 times that I thought that they were not, but the guiltiness of my mind, the surprise of my power drove the grossest of the fopperies into a received belief, in despite of all the teeth of rhyme or reason, that they were not fairies. Now you may see how wit may be made a jack-o'-lantern when 'tis upon ill employment.
Sir John Falstaff, serve God, and leave your desires, and fairies will not pinch you.
Well said, Fairy Hugh.
And leave your jealousies too, I pray you.
Oh, I will never mistrust my wife again, till thou art able to woo her in good English.
Have I laid my brain in the sun and dried it, that it wants to prevent so gross or reaching as this? Am I ridden with a Welsh goat, too? Shall I have a coxcomb of fries? 'Tis time I were choked with a piece of toasted cheese.
Cheese is not good with butter, and your belly is all butter.
Oh, Sir John, whatever made you think, though we would have the virtue out of our hearts by the head and shoulders, and have given ourselves without scruples to hell, that ever the devil could have made you our delight?
What? A horse pudding? A bag of flax?
A puffed man?
Old, cold, withered, and of intolerable entrails.
One as slanderous as Satan?
And as poor as Job,
And as wicked as his wife.
and given to fornications, and taverns,
Oh,
and wives,
yes,
and sack, and drinkings, and swearings, and sharings, dribbles, and travels. Good Lord, man.
Oh, well, I am your theme. You have the start of me. I'm dejected. I'm not able to answer the Welsh flannel. Use me as you will.
Marry, sir, we'll take you to Windsor, to one Master Brooke, that you have cozened out of money, to whom you should have been a pander. Over and above are the pains that you have suffered. I think to repay this debt will be a biting affliction.
And yet be cheerful, knight. Thou shalt eat a posset tonight at my house, where I will desire thee to laugh at my wife, that now laughs at thee.
Come, good husband, let us everyone go home and laugh about this spirit by a great country fire. Sir John and all.
Oh, let it be so, Sir John. To Master Brooke, you shall yet hold your word, for he tonight shall lie with Mistress Ford. Hey!
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended.
That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear.
That this weak and idle theme,
No more yielding but a dream.
gentles, do not reprehend.
If you pardon, we will mend.
And as we are an honest puck, and if we have unearned luck not to escape the serpent's tongue,
We will make amends ere long.
Lest the puck a liar call.
So good night unto you all.
Give me your hands, if we be friends.
And the raven players shall restore amends.
One moment, we have a gift for our director.
If you have not read in your program, Pile Stalker, He took this wonderful labor of love upon himself. He read through all the plays and tried to find what scenes he wanted to do. He cut them down. He made everything perfect. His direction was absolutely wonderful, and it was completely inspiring to work under him. So we have a gift for him. And thank you for supporting Shakespeare in the Park, and we hope to see you next summer.
And for Mrs. Shaw for costumes, and for Mrs. Seaman for counsel and props, and for lending us her house now and then when I came barging in like a blumbering elephant. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for coming.